You are listening to Shaun of the South podcast, brought to you by Food City, fresh, local, and full of flavor. From certified Angus beef and locally grown produce to fresh sushi, wings, and Dietz and Watson deli meats, Food City has it all, ready to go. Enjoy curbside pickup, full-service floral, and pharmacies that accept thousands of insurance plans and benefit cards. Earn fuel bucks and save at any Gas and Go fuel center, because nobody does food like Food City. Find your nearest store at foodcity.com. The Shaun of the South podcast starts now. Young Jimmy prayed, but nothing worked. The 14-year-old boy cried as he knelt beside his bedside, clasping his hands together. He sobbed, imploring the heavens for a miracle. "I'll be good, God. For always I'll be good," Jimmy said, crying into his pillow, "if you'll only bring my mother back." But Jimmy's mother was not coming back. The year was 1956, and Jimmy's family was poor. His mother was dead after an operation in the hospital. His mother's funeral had been the hardest thing Jimmy had ever endured. It all started when Mary developed a pain in her breast that wouldn't go away. The pain got worse, and his mother disregarded this discomfort. She didn't have time to deal with sickness. She was a poor mother trying to raise her kids. There was no space for illness. But Mary's breast cancer was not going away. And now Mary was gone. Even so, God was God, wasn't he? He could still bring Mary back if he wanted to, even though the funeral was over, right? Well, that's what 14-year-old Jimmy thought. So Jimmy kept praying. He asked God to change his mind. "Bring back my mother, please," he said. But nobody heard him up there, or so it seemed. It was as though God were sitting behind a steel ceiling, impassive, indifferent, and totally fake. As the boy prayed, he felt his fettered beliefs slipping away like bits of paper in the wind. He was a smart kid. He knew it was impossible to bring someone back from the dead. So, Jimmy stopped praying. "The prayers don't work," he told his brother Mike. "They never work when you need them to. Prayer doesn't work." Then came a knock on his bedroom door. It was his dad, his father, the grieving widower. Back during the war, his father had played trumpet and led a swing band. He played some piano, too. He was a good musician. Today, it was hard for Jimmy to visualize the old man as a musician. The only dad Jimmy had ever known was a raggedy, overburdened guy who struggled to feed his family on a salary that was barely enough to feed a Labrador. That night, Jimmy's father gave his son a gift. It was a big package. Jimmy tore open the paper. Beneath the wrapping was a mass of hard wood, 6 steel strings, and a hunk of spruce. "It's a guitar," said Jimmy. His father had scraped enough cash together to buy a guitar. Father and son both wept as they embraced. His dad said, "Nothing can bring your mother back, but this might help you grieve." Well, it did help. That guitar, purchased for £15 at a music store in Liverpool, changed Jimmy's life entirely. Jimmy would pass hours in his room playing his instrument until it almost seemed as though his guitar was gently weeping. He would sob as he played, and sometimes, on rare occasions, he felt as though his mother was in the room with him, as though Mary were touching her son on the shoulder, whispering words of wisdom. This story is coming to an end, but anyway. Now you know how James Paul McCartney got his first guitar.
Well, thanks for listening to Sean of the South. I've been your host today, Sean Dietrich, and it has been a true privilege. To find out anything more about what I do, you can visit SeanDietrich.com, or for those who are not particularly good spellers, you can visit SeanoftheSouth.com, and there you can find out all sorts of information that you didn't know you didn't need to know about me. And while you're there, I hope you take the time to drop me a line. Tell me what's important to you. Tell me what's going on in your life. I'd like to hear it. And in case anyone hadn't told you today already, I love you. Now go say that to somebody else. Have a great day.